Copy.
We are YouTube Live!
West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
Man, look at this. It's a Wednesday, and everybody's here. What is going on? Is it like a holiday?
Awesome. Feels like a holiday.
It's a holiday show.
Yeah, it must be. Because everybody's here. Man.
Even the man on the road somewhere
I know,
in Utah.
He's up by Jaron's backyard. You know? And we got to get Thomas in here. I can't forget about Thomas. So you guys can continue the saga of the Alaska journey.
Tim, for some reason, won't let me share the site thing.
Huh?
It's probably my internet sucks, but it won't let me share.
Right, I can't help.
Yeah, we lost you last week. It looks like your computer did an update in the middle of our discussion.
Yeah, that sucker went down.
It went down.
Yeah, and then he taped it back together.
That was crazy.
Yeah, then
I tried to put it back on tonight, and I went to the new computer, which I'm on now. I started to close the old one. I forgot the backs broke off. Both the clips went. I mean, they just shot out. I was like, well, damn.
Is that what you said?
I'm enjoying Dennis's view, like out the window.
It is a nice view.
Yeah,
It is.
far more entertaining to look at.
It's like daylight there, and the sun. It looks like the sun's out, but here it's all dark.
Yeah,
Cloudy.
Kind of might look like
Fake raining.
rain. Yeah.
It wants to, but doesn't. Just humid. Teasing.
Humid. Look at my hair. Humidity hair.
You ought to have seen the stuff went through here today and yesterday.
Scott, do you have humidity here?
Yeah.
I 1 degrees outside.
I think Rich has humidity here too.
That's why his head's so shiny.
Well, today, like I said, we've had rain for like the past 2 days, and last night we actually got like a heavy, like a good shower for like 25 minutes.
Ooh.
And now we haven't got nothing. It's been over towards Wickenburg and over towards freaking Payson, and then it's not. It comes up to us and just goes goes around.
That's
I'm like,
gotta be refreshing for Arizona.
Yeah, right.
Monsoon season.
It is
monsoon season. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but it's like it's not raining here for some reason. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, you're not even getting rain in monsoon, are you, Scott?
No, we are not. And like I said, everybody in Arizona is getting it, but us.
Crazy monsoon
What's
season.
wrong with this?
I don't know how they can call something monsoon season if you ain't getting monsoons like I'm.
Well, some places get the monsoon.
Yeah, but it should be
It's
like
not Scotty.
When I think of monsoon season, I'm thinking like
Gilligan's
Thailand.
Island. I think
Yeah,
of Gilligan's Island. Yeah.
Oh, well, like India, where it just floods the whole country,
Yeah.
and you're all wading through going to work.
Yeah,
That's a monsoon.
You got
too.
mudslides,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a monsoon.
That's
not-
what I said when I first got here. Everybody's talking about monsoons. I'm like, monsoon's like a month long. And
Yeah, you're like, I should batten down the hatches and get some plywood for my windows.
Yeah, that don't.
Monsoon
What
stuff.
it did today in Ohio is their monsoon season.
Yeah.
It would sprinkle in the sun.
Oh, God.
It sprinkle.
Oh, mist
Little,
rain.
little thunder, then sprinkle. More thunder, but sun out.
But the sun came out. And it was thunder.
That's bad.
Yeah, we had a pretty good storm the other night here too.
Well,
Yeah, I saw that. Like,
we've been having big things come, big cells
yeah.
coming at us, and as soon as it gets close, it just goes poof.
or
It like
or
disappears.
it goes around Ohio and touches in Pennsylvania. Or
Yeah, there was a
crazy.
big one. It hit northern Ohio, then was skirting the southern portion,
It's so weird.
and then combined.
Some damn
Yeah, I got it shared.
monsoons.
But it is climate change, so you know.
Oh, good
thought-
Lord.
I think this is the emergency that they were talking about.
Mm.
Oh.
But you know what is an emergency?
What?
Looking at the site fundraiser that's going on
Yes.
right now.
This is an emergency, you guys. So listen up.
Need a siren.
This is an emergency.
So check it out on goldprospectorspace.com. On the homepage, if you scroll down a little, click on the see forum, click on site fundraiser. There's a lot of cool stuff already being added. I guess people are going to keep adding like we did last time, right, Tim?
Yeah.
All the way up to the very end if they want.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't got the pictures yet, but White Gold's doing a gram and I'm doing a gram too, and then a blue rock that we got from Lisa.
Nice.
Wandering Buffaloes just donated something.
Yeah, we threw in a nice little gold nugget, 1.16 grams. It's
Dang.
nice
Cool,
little
guy.
thing. It's got character.
Are you sure you don't want to donate
The skull.
the skull? Wait, I don't think you can see it.
You got
I can see a big chunk of
Yeah,
gold.
that's
Oh,
Golden skull.
That's freaking like 2 ounces there,
Need to
man.
put some garnets in the eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5
Oh,
ounces.
too much.
I know. Put little. Oh, she's got a ton of good garnets.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
can put
mean.
them as little eyeballs.
Ooh, that would be
cool.
sweet.
It would.
How
That
do
would
you
be
do that after it's already?
We'll figure it out.
Are they gym quality, ma'am?
You can drill it and put it.
I don't know if they're gem quality, but they're
So what? That's better. It'd be like pirate booty. It's stuff you found.
Ooh, we should ask Matt and Ginger.
You gotta go get. Hey, Kathleen, you gotta go get one of those little candy treasure chests.
Then
Oh,
we'll put it at the bottom of the koi pond.
You can
draw
say it
a
was a
map.
treasure.
then make a trade.
You remember you
So
guys
anyway, we digress.
Yeah, so back to the forum. The important thing going on is the site fundraiser. So pretty much people, are some of our sponsors, members from the show, the crew, people are starting to add stuff donated in. So they're posting pictures and what it is. So check it out. A lot of cool items. Obviously the gold that Swifty and Y Gold are giving. Looks like Razor has a core sample coin to add to the raffle. That he
that's kinda
posted some neat
cool.
pics there.
Yeah, I think he's still working on that. I don't know. I think he might got it finished. I'm not sure
Like
yet.
those are kind of cool. Is it like one of these core
It's a
samples?
coin,
But
something
it's a
like
coin.
it. Yeah. But
Yeah,
he
he
cuts a little piece
he
off.
cabochoned
Oh,
it more or
that's
less.
pretty cool.
Took a
And
slice
then
of it.
then he's kind of carved in.
Ooh, do you want to give away one of these too?
It doesn't matter.
You can.
We'll have to take a picture.
We have some core samples. if
Oh,
anything.
cool.
No
Cool.
gold in them, but
Yeah.
they're cool.
No, but yeah, they're pretty cool.
So, but there's the Spell of the Yukon and other verses. This is a 1907 book,
It's a cool-
book of poems from the end of the gold rush.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
was written up in
Smoky.
the Yukon.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
Smokey
yeah,
Wilson.
Got Kathleen all over it.
Oh yeah. I want that.
Then we got Randy Scotty Tony threw in was that I think a 3-foot section
Are
of
we
the
allowed to
river.
win? Are we allowed to win?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not there yet.
Okay.
You know what's cool
River
about that
hop,
book is
man.
it's coming from Scotland.
And then it looks like what Jaren's thrown in some 1.5 ounces of silver.
Yeah.
And then he has a silver specimen that's about the size of a 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
kinda
pretty
cool.
cool.
Like raw silver.
Yeah, I think
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it looks
Yeah.
like.
No, this is the 1971 S Brown Ike dollar proof that he's throwing in. And then Razor, what the heck is that? Is a working oldish DuPont dynamite blasting machine.
Yeah, like
Oh wait,
yeah, like
Plunger.
Wow.
Roadrunner Coyote plunger.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's neat.
that's
and
pretty.
then of course what we got some gold hog pans that we're throwing in.
Go claw.
Gold claw.
We'll call
2 separate items. One set's black and one set's blue. Yeah, the black's pretty sweet.
You know, the last time I seen one of those dynamite plungers was actually when we were setting off rockets. And then the electric charge.
You use it for rockets, couldn't you? You just gotta have that electricity. So
Yeah. Set them off like, I mean, I was like, hey, that's pretty cool.
So, anyways, back to the fundraiser. Those are just some of the items. So more is going to be donated. I think in August 1st is when we're going to start accepting the actual like for tickets. So it's $5 per ticket. What you'll do is from Gold Prospector Space, click on the donate tab and in increments of $5, however many you want. Once that goes through, Tim's going to send you an email with your ticket information, correct?
Ticket numbers. Yep.
Sweet.
Me and Lisa's probably going to go a hundo.
And the ticket will go in the drum.
In the
And
drum.
Tim's gonna get in another bubble and pick a ticket like he did last time.
in the dark, or no, blindfolded this time.
Blindfolded in the dark in a plastic bag.
Yeah,
You know what's
wearing a pacifier.
I just seen that video where Tim got in that bag and with the fan and everything going. It was like on a replay like 3 weeks ago.
It's not easy to do.
Last year you did the drum, didn't you?
Yeah, I used the drum last year. That was much simpler.
Simpler. So, but it's gonna like go through what we're hoping to have it wrapped up by the end of August, right?
Yeah, that's our goal. Hopefully.
That's our goal.
Hopefully,
So
if we can hit the goal by then, yeah.
it could
So
be.
yeah, the more stuff. I mean, whatever you want, whether it's gold equipment, specimens, books, core samples.
Yeah, whatever you
Whatever
your heart wants
treasure
to go.
hunting, metal detector, everything is
a new Garrett Axiom metal detector.
Yeah. You know, one of those Mine Lab 7000s.
Yeah.
You know,
Whatever.
you know, may not be there. We'll see. Don't know.
There's even gold.
Yeah, but there is gold in
Yeah.
Look,
silver.
we got the King of Soul just showed
So
up.
far, 3 grams of gold, basically. Then.
Thomas.
Yep. And
He asked me what you know about soul music.
then what Thomas throws
What's going on, guys?
Hello.
Yeah, Thomas said he's throwing in a full ounce too,
I
man.
thought he
Thank
did.
you, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Well
get that
done.
right to you. I'll get that right to you.
and a new metal detector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that right to you.
6,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a nice
right.
one.
Used only once. He's done with it, he said.
I don't know which Thomas y'all been talking to, but it's not me.
That's on our Christmas list.
So Thomas is back for part 2 of the Big Alaska Adventure.
Yeah. I was starting to work on some of the video before I came on here.
We ruined it.
Starting.
Yeah, starting.
Shad, have you started yours?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
I still got to get all the videos off of everything. Like my phone's memory is like
I bet
98%.
I bet.
Yeah.
So I need, it's like going so slow lately. And it's because it's so full.
We have been so busy with work.
Yeah.
and We're going to be busy probably till the end of November.
Yeah.
And then we get some downtime. And that's probably when we're going to have the chance to do it.
Yeah. Winter project, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So they let you go back to work, Kathleen?
They did. And I'm glad, after all said and done, I am glad I took the time off because boy, they're putting me to work.
She's in it now.
I'm in it. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They said, "Oh, you want to get hired, then take a vacation." Right
I
when you
know.
get hired?
I was so worried about that the whole time, wasn't I? I was just like, oh. It was hard for me to, it was hard for me to like enjoy myself. So,
Yeah, but
but after I saw the gold, I did forget.
Like I said, though, you had
Yeah,
plans.
that'll make you forget.
had plans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, work sucks.
But
Put it bluntly.
seeing the gold prices though, do we want to talk
Uh-oh.
about that?
Yeah, shit.
And what happened today with the Fed?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
interest rate. Yeah.
The interest rate. What was it?
They raised it
Quarter
0.75
Yeah.
basis points.
So 0.75% basically. So
I like
expect to see interest rates on your credit cards go up, they said, and obviously, of course, other lending.
Right.
I like how they do that. Oh, everything's going down. We're going to keep the interest rates up. We want to make our money.
The whole impact is to slow down the economy to help tackle inflation, which
Oh, to help the
they should
economy?
have been more aggressive doing this which they wouldn't have had to have been so extreme because this several increases now. If they would have started earlier on in the year to counter, but they were in denial. They still said it was transitory.
4 more years like this, we'll be in Venezuela.
So yeah, I'll be curious to see what happens. But yeah, so that was the news, and it looks like gold responded to it though, because
it should.
It did. It went up $19.49.
Oh, good.
By the end of close of business in the U.S. So that's at $1,738.22. So, hey, it's good
It's still at
movement there.
17. So
Yeah, I mean that night,
Yeah.
almost $20. That's good movement. All right. Silver even went up 49 cents. Now that doesn't seem a lot, but because the price is at $19,
It went up 49 cents.
yeah, $19.17. It increased 2.6.
Yeah, that's good for silver.
That's a big.
That's
movement.
good for silver.
Yeah.
So you better hurry and buy, because if it, I wonder if they slowed down the selling of silver at the bullion deals. They did that one time when it dropped to $14 and $12 for a moment.
Oh yeah,
It all went out of stock.
yeah, you couldn't get it.
Now, platinum also responding positively. Look at that, $14.27 increase, $892.98. So there you go. We're seeing that rise. Now, Kathleen's iridium's flat at 6,100, ruthenium flat at 750. Palladium, that one did go up though, $10.65, $2,036.90. Not bad there.
Yep.
we're all mining that.
That leads us the rhodium. Well, it looks like it does what iridium and ruthenium do, and it's flat at 20,250. I even went to another website to see, is it something wrong? Are they not getting the updates? No, they are.
Something wrong.
I was like, maybe their site's broken all
Maybe
this
they
time.
just refuse
And we've
to
been
report.
lying fake news for months. No, it hasn't moved worth a dang. So, but those are your
sometimes during the day it'll go up or it'll go down, but it'll come right back to the same mark.
Yeah, it's very little fluctuation. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Oh yeah, aren't we supposed to look up that Bitcoin madness?
Yes.
The
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
You mean fake coin?
Bitcoin. That's actually up. It's
Yes.
$22,763.89. So you should buy it now,
Bitcoin.
because once it hits $70,000 again, you'll wish you did.
It's fake.
Hold on a second. Speaking of the Bitcoin, our buddy Jaron's got the COVID, so he's not here tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes, so feel better, Jaron, if you're listening.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, I hope you
Really?
get better, buddy.
He wasn't here to give us the Bitcoin prices.
Where the heck did you get the Rona?
It's everybody's getting it again.
Actually, yeah, tons of people.
Everybody is.
My work just went nuts in the
For some
past
reason,
few
I'm
days.
Same
thinking
here.
that thing's being recycled back in the public.
Well, there's another variant.
I don't think it's. I don't
There'll
think
be there'll be variants now till
Oh, God,
till
yeah.
till forever.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, honestly,
Biden
I
got
don't-
it again.
I don't think it's an
so-
accident, guys.
Well, you got the election coming up in November, so here we go
Yeah.
again.
That's
It's
why I
called
said
the
I don't think it's
midterm
an accident.
I mean,
variant.
And monkeypox just doesn't
Yeah.
have a ring.
It's
They
a
hoped
skunk.
it would. So
Yeah,
ain't
so
working.
release the variants.
C4.
no panic has set in. A monkeypox. COVID's back.
Crazy, dude. We
Yep.
had 7
So,
You know,
yeah.
you know what they did is because everybody heard monkeypox and they're like, we don't want to hear, we don't care. I don't want to. And they're like, oh, we got to switch back to COVID. That ain't gonna
You
work.
know, that just reminds me. If you see bumps and weird rashes on another person,
Yeah,
and you wish to engage in some type of activity,
Yeah,
might
weeping
not want
sores.
to.
and-
That's not normal. No matter what they say, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Right. You know, people used to avoid people with those things, and I guess now they just embrace them.
Hey,
I don't know what's
we're
going
in
on.
an inclusive society now where diversity reigns supreme. So,
What's going on?
what bumps? Oh, Well, there's your friendly health advice from the show. The more you know.
Yeah, right.
Don't play with
Advice is
people.
you can't
with
fix
bumps.
millennials.
Ooh,
But in other words, hey, did you see the birthdays listed?
Yeah.
No.
Oh
no.
yeah, they aren't.
Alright,
Any.
nice.
Dang it.
Gotcha.
I kept
See, Tim knew.
hoping.
Tim knew this time.
So he disappeared.
Tim was smart. He knew what I was doing.
He disappeared. That's why. 'cause he
I know
knew.
he's just a blank square. Up there he is. And then we got Dennis over there.
He must be heading into like some kind of mountain in this area.
He's been driving through the mountains.
We got a birthdays.
Oh.
Well, we don't know whose, but I'm sure we got them.
Oh yeah, there's somebody's.
I'm sure somebody has a birthday.
Thanks to the new
I
site.
think Dennis, since he's on the road, should sing birthday to
Oh,
whoever
no.
birthday
I
it is.
think he did too while he's on the road. Or
Oh man, this goes sound like
Look, he got ready.
Think he's frozen.
He's blowing a kiss.
the whistling Dixie.
Smolder.
See, he's like, sorry guys, going through some mountains.
Oh, he's trying. He's trying. He got some of it through.
Something came out. Yes, there you go.
He's puckering up.
I wonder if he was dancing.
Oh, he
Nope, lost
lost.
There you go. Old Dave sitting there going, I really got to listen to this stuff.
Maybe the computer couldn't handle the dancing.
Oh
or
no,
something.
he's on his phone.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he was
said
going to
he'd
go.
probably lose signal.
Yeah, he said he was going to go in and out.
Well, he was heading into what, Utah? Maybe he's
Yeah.
heading into.
Oh, he was already there.
He's
Oh,
in Utah.
wow.
Yeah, so he's
He's
Yeah,
in
what
Utah.
is that?
They're
Yeah.
self-service.
I don't see how they can freaking drive all night, man. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
Well, that's skill.
Dave's driving, right?
I would think they switch off because they pretty much drove nonstop to get out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
Oh,
no
wait,
way.
I'm
It's like 20 some
confused.
hours, 28 hours or whatever.
Okay, they're in Utah.
Yeah.
Isn't that south of Idaho?
It's
Well, they swing down probably into Salt Lake City and then, yeah, because Idaho's right here, honey.
Oh.
Well, they
okay.
went through
Then
Montana.
they
right?
probably take that highway.
Oh.
What is that, 70?
I forget
Yeah, they
how
probably try to
far
get to
north
70.
Idaho is.
Yeah, they take 80
Like I
to
could drive
70.
I could drive a good 20 hours easy.
Oh, okay. You know, I really do forget how far north Idaho really is.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Man,
I
they're
mean,
so
if I'm by
close to
myself, I'm
Yellowstone
just
now.
doing my own thing, got my own station going, watching the road. Let's go.
Well,
Yeah.
But anyhow, Thomas.
Yo,
Okay. Wait, we went through the gold. We did the birthdays, so we're good. So now continue on, you guys, with your little adventure for us. I don't remember where
I
we
was
left
going
off.
to say, I don't know where we stopped off at.
the Alaskan Adventure.
Thomas.
So we had breakfast.
Yeah, we
But
can
wait,
start
we're
there.
Maybe
I
stop
think we
having
had
bunny
a-
boots or something.
Well, we were all over the place.
past the breakfast, past the bunny.
We
food.
talked about the high water, the rain,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
right? The mosquitoes.
Yeah.
We've talked about our injuries.
The first days of dredging. Did we get there?
What do you mean?
Like the first day of dredging, Thomas, did you talk about like going out to your first spot? Did you pick that spot or was the dredge already
No.
there?
No, the dredge.
yeah.
Yeah, the first spot. Yeah, that first spot we went to. Matt and them had set us up. He told us that he had a dredge set up and he wanted to put us on.
Mhm.
And it was okay, but the problem was it had been. You could tell there had been a lot of people in that area, so
Ah,
we were just kind of getting the material that was in between the holes. And it was okay. I mean, it was all right but we could only long arm since the water was kind of shallow in that spot. So
mhm.
and the goal was okay. It was not bad. I think we got like, I don't know, about 10 grams out of both days there. But he, after seeing our cleanup, Matt decided, well, he said, I think there's a better spot. So that's when he took us to the second spot there, which was a lot better.
How did you feel like working on the 6-inch of the first day? I mean, because you normally work on a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How did you feel working on the 6-inch on that first day? Did
Just
it-
move more material.
Kathleen interviewing
know-
here.
Yeah, the rocks.
You are a radio show.
Getting the rocks out of the nozzle was a little harder, but other than that,
Right.
Yeah,
So,
because
so
you
your
guys.
wife was doing the dredge too, right?
yeah, she never really got a chance to dredge because once I was going to put her on it is when the water got clouded because I was gonna have her dive. That was what I wanted to have her do.
Cool.
Yeah.
And of course, by then I didn't want to put her on that after It's bad enough for me trying to get away from rocks. It'd be worse to have her under there doing that. So
and you were on it's what a 3-stage 6-inch dredge, but at the
Yes, sir.
nozzle, like the Super Max, and then of course they have on their 8 and 10, they actually have the flap right behind the nozzle, so that helps. That makes
Oh, he had the
no,
flap.
they don't.
no,
on
we
those.
didn't. No,
Those
no.
did not.
Oh.
Yes.
So that is
Yes.
hard right there.
It is hard.
We didn't have it on the 6-inch.
Not the regular,
Not
yeah.
the regular, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have made life a whole lot easier.
I love that flap. That's, I mean, with big rocks, but yeah, that 6-inch, the regular ones. Oh my gosh, yeah, it'd be so nice
That's
to
what
have
we
them.
used when we first went up there too.
First 2 years.
Yeah.
we
Mhm.
did.
And I remember our first trip up there too. We just wanted to get in the water. I think like the first day, just to
Right.
like, I never did use a 6-inch. I went from a
Right.
2-inch to a
Well,
6-inch.
that's a big difference.
Like I didn't even run Shad's what
huge.
3-inch?
Well, you've ran a 5-inch way back at Luz. At
No,
the
I
outing.
never ran that.
You didn't run.
I
those?
ran a 3-inch.
Okay.
I refused
wow.
to even go on the 5-inch at the
Yeah.
time.
Well, that we
I
were.
was, I was
we
nervous.
were relatively new to dredging then
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
Dredging was new, and I was just like, I don't know.
yeah.
Not sure if I can do this.
The long arming's a hell of a thing. Yeah. It
Was
would have
rough.
been so much nicer if we had the better conditions to dive.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the days that we had were great. I mean,
Yeah.
they were just
Sunny.
yeah. And I mean, it's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier on you too. So, but yeah, once you get back to long arming, man, it was rough, especially with that 6. I mean, it really was rough.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like the back of my shoulders
Yeah.
killed me right here, and then
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna. Okay,
Yeah. I think that was.
I will share this too much information probably.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
that was our second day. Yeah, my shoulders were like, oh, we don't like this. We need to dive.
Yeah, you like to lay down there, Thomas.
Kathleen had an emergency situation
Okay,
on the river.
so
Oh, really?
okay, being
Is this going to be too much information?
Yeah, it's
kind of-
TMI.
it's
Okay.
Now
kind
you
of
gotta-
funny.
But it's
Now you got to
funny.
tell everybody. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, if you want to share, that's
It's happening, Tim. Sorry, you can't stop it.
Okay, you guys know me. I've been on the show
Yeah,
for
we
a
know
lot
you.
of years. All right, we've shared a hotel room, you guys, right?
Yep. Yes.
Vegas. No,
Vegas.
no, I'm just kidding. All right, so being a little bit out of shape, I going up there to work an 8-inch was very taxing for my age. Okay, I'm older than Shad, so he was a lot better at it. So
Oh, babies. No, I want to talk
I
about
had
this.
issues like with
She acts like she's 60 already.
no. All right, so I had issues with acid reflux, and I'm like, what is
Oh.
going on? I mean, what is this?
Yeah.
And when you're long arming, you're like hunched over a lot more,
Yes.
and I couldn't even eat. I learned that I couldn't have lunch
And
while
go to dredge.
and,
yeah.
and dredge because it would
It'd come up.
it would like
Yeah.
everything would want to come up. So like one day we're dredging and we have to use the blaster nozzle, right? So and Shadat and I were like both working in the hole. Like I would use the blaster nozzle and he would clean it up with the dredge and we would switch off.
Right.
So I was using the blaster nozzle and I was hunched over and I'm like, oh no, here it comes. I can feel like whatever I ate coming up. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up on his head. So I'm like, so I like just jump out of the hole. The blaster nozzle's just going everywhere. Start squirting shot all over the face. Of course, that
Well-
makes all the rocks tumble into the hole, and he's getting mad at me.
Oh yeah, because I'm getting the sand too in the face. Like I'm just covered with crap. I'm like
So,
sitting there long arming an 8, getting peppered in the face.
I jump out of the hole and I'm just looking at him like, oh, and then he's just giving me.
Well,
he's
I'm like, what is
yelling at-
wrong? And she's just like, and I'm like, what?
And in the back of my mind, and I'm thinking, like, you know what? I'm mad at him. I'm like, I should have
Just
just
go.
thrown up on him.
Right. That's what I figured was gonna happen.
And then her head would have went underwater and got stuck in the dredge nozzle.
But then the thought occurred to me, like, no, I was still in the dredge hole. I wouldn't want to steal.
Well, now we know not to dredge below you in a creek.
Chum in the fish.
No kidding. Yeah, so we pretty much, she could only dredge in the morning.
Oh wow.
'cause
Well, I
that'd
would take the first shift, and then he would take the middle shift. I would take the first shift, he would take the middle shift, and then I would take another shift so he could eat, and then I would be done after that. And then I would eat at the very last part of the day,
Right.
just so that
Yeah, she was eating before dinner. She's eating lunch before dinner. I always
Yeah.
thought that was bizarre.
pretty much, and then I wouldn't eat much dinner and then be hungry.
Oh,
It was
definitely,
crazy.
Definitely.
Oh,
Why
God.
didn't you have your camera going then, Shad?
No, I mean, it was.
Would have been funny.
We were all business.
Yeah.
And not only that, okay, my body, I'm so mad at it right now. I mean, so that was like the first 2 days after I got that in check.
Uh-huh.
The third day, so after like being in the position where like I'm straddling this dredge nozzle and long arming it, because I have to hold it by 2 hands, right? So I'm in this squatty position like for hours. Okay, so you guys know like the squatty potty. You're in the squatty
yeah.
potty position for a reason. So you got to go potty.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing this in a wet, and I'm in a wetsuit like all day. You're wet. You're like, oh, my stomach. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel so good. And I've never been in this position ever.
Not
And I'm
good.
always prepared. I always have
Oh,
like,
yeah.
my wipes with me out there. I've got my hand sanitizer. I'm ready to be in the wilderness when I have to go.
You are
And
always
I-
prepared.
And I'm out there and
Why
I'm just like, Shad.
Why-
And I
why do you-
know
why do you
that
have all of
airboat's
that?
not coming for
If she's
another like
getting- if she's
4
getting
hours.
in a wetsuit, something's up.
Why do you have all of that?
Oh, we get her dry bag.
My dry, I pack it in a dry bag.
But,
no,
but
but-
here's
But
the,
why do you have it all?
well,
Yeah.
so she can be clean out
So I
there.
can go up in the tundra and make a little hole and go to the bathroom.
Do your business. And
But she forgot it.
You're in,
I didn't
you're in a river.
and I knew the airboat
You're in a
wasn't
river.
coming.
Why do you need to be?
Because I'm a girl, okay?
Okay.
So
all right.
she was really perplexed on what to do. I had to offer a solution.
So
Really?
You got to pee.
So I knew the airboat wasn't coming for like 4 hours. And I'm
Right.
like, and I'm in this wetsuit. I'm like, oh my gosh. Normally I can like it's mind over matter. I can control it, but I just could not.
Yeah.
Like I'm in that squatty position, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I gotta go.
If it's peaking, it's coming. Let's be
Right,
honest.
it's very dark. It's like, oh no.
So Chad did offer a position or just
I told her what to do.
yeah, and it was horrible.
Oh,
Horrible.
I'm like, you're next to a river,
I still have nightmares.
Yeah.
That's a big
fresh
boy.
and clean.
That's a
Bingo.
boy.
right.
Little
Oh,
log
yeah.
floating down the river.
Yeah, that's all.
As long as you go down river. So anyway, those are like horrible tales of dredging on the 40
But those
miles.
are good.
And don't forget, all around us there were fresh grizzly tracks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky for Thomas, he was upstream.
Right.
Way upstream.
Well,
Yeah.
The only
think-
the
I
only
think-
problem for us was that we had where we were at, there was a wooded area that was just up there, so we couldn't see anything coming through there. If something came through there, it'd have to be heard only because
Oh,
Yeah.
It
The
was the sewer
tundra.
trout.
Up on the tundra, that's where like all the wildlife like to hang out.
oh yeah.
So strange.
Yeah,
So
they
we-
come down for a drink.
We did put a trail camera. Matt gave us one to put up there to see if we catch the grizzly coming back.
I
when
hope
they're
that
out.
wasn't on the camera.
So, but one day I went up there. I would check it every morning, and so she's down there in the dredge hole, and she got out once, and she's like, her back was to me. I'm up on the bank. I slide down, breaking all the trees and slipped, and I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
"Roar," like
oh,
that.
that did.
Yeah.
Big black
I'm like,
wetsuit.
"Roar."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I was
Oh.
not
she
happy.
almost had another accident.
Yes.
and I almost got thrown up on again.
You know, my first instinct was to run and hide under the dredge.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know.
I don't
I'd
know
go
what
down.
that was gonna
I would
do.
go down river and get away.
I think I'd just float. I think I'd just get out there in the current and just float around.
Are
I hate to
bears
tell you, but I've
prolific
seen
swimmers?
grizzly bears dive underwater
be.
to go get fish. Your big leg is not going to be misplaced by a tuna.
But if you put your mask on and get under the dredge, you might be safe.
Because they don't like the motor.
Dive.
Right. The
They don't
motor's
like
on
going
it.
under the motor.
Dive.
Typically, yeah, they don't. They
Yeah,
don't.
you
They
might
stay
be-
away from the noise.
Yeah. I'd have went under the dredge.
Yeah, but it was still funny.
It would be. That'd be
I
hilarious.
couldn't help it.
No, you can't help.
Of course.
Now I know why Matt and Ginger put the wandering buffaloes the furthest away
Oh,
from all of the other dredgers.
They even did that in the hooch we stayed at, man. We were off by ourselves.
Don't they do that everywhere we go, though?
I think so. I'm seeing a trend, man. They're just
There is
like,
a trend.
So
Get
then what
over
it is about you all?
Can't
Hey,
take us
yeah,
anywhere.
but was you guys the only couple up there?
No.
Nancy and
Thomas and his
Thomas. And then Brian and his family were there.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then, of course, they had Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Jumbo just
And,
lives
you know,
up
he
there,
was
don't he?
working. Of course, then you had Don, and then Jason, one of their other divers,
Yeah.
was up there too. So yeah,
Yeah.
they had a good camp, and I know they've been lucky this year. You know, I mean, weather's been a little crazy at times, but the river's been up, so every session's making it out.
Seems like every session's doing good.
Yeah, the new one just made it. I saw, and I guess it was a chilly morning in a post.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It starts getting cold there in August.
When we went our first year, it was actually, I think,
August.
August 3rd or
It was the
5th or
second
something, somewhere.
week in August.
Yeah, and we did a full 14 days at Dredge Camp. And it got down in the mid 30s a couple times, upper 30s.
Now that
And
is
then-
a long time.
And
to
it
be
was a light rain almost every day. We
Oh, that
rarely
sucks.
saw the sun except in the
Yeah, that
morning.
sucks.
And plus we long armed the 6-inch that entire time too, but we were on really good gold.
Can you imagine living up there? Like you get, oh yeah, it's summer now. Whoa, you get 1 month and it's like, whoa, winter's coming back again.
Oh no, we were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
So like in Fairbanks, I mean,
It
you
gets
know,
warm.
I mean, granted, it was
Yeah.
nice. It hit upper 70s at times, but even when it's in just like the 50s and 60s, man, they're all running around in shorts and t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're loving it. Everybody's always outside.
Not this guy.
You're getting killed by mosquitoes, and they just don't care because they get to be outside.
I was gonna say, you get
For
50
winter.
degrees, you ain't seeing me in no shorts.
Yeah, but see, that's like me coming there, though, Scott.
Yeah.
You know,
that's true.
I'm walking around in short sleeve shirts. People looking at me like I'm nuts.
Oh, we cracked
Shorts
up
and
one
short
of
sleeve
our,
shirt.
yeah, it was like what, in the upper 50s. We're still in shorts and a t-shirt driving through downtown. We see people at work run around with winter coats and gloves, boots and toboggan, or what do you call them, sock hats, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Liv.
There you go, man. I
Oh,
caught myself. But it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's whew.
Have
Oh,
you
cool.
cleaned all your gold, Thomas, yet?
I know. I mailed my box home. Like it got here. It got here within a couple, 2 or 3 days. I haven't touched it yet. So that's just the whatever little bits left that we didn't get to.
You
so.
probably got a couple grams easy.
Yeah. Now, Thomas, did you have any interesting stories like Kathleen's? That you'd
No, we didn't have any really
like,
interesting
you would
stories.
like to share with the group?
Yeah. No, we didn't really have anything that was overly great at this time. So
Are you sure?
it was just a good little trip for us.
Nice. Did your wife enjoy it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she really? She want to go back?
She likes the outdoors. I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah. We spend a lot. We camp a lot. We do a lot of different things. So
Right.
she likes the outdoors. She just doesn't always go with me when I'm mining because it kind of falls in. If it's on the weekend, it falls into some other things for her.
Right.
So
I wish I could have went up with you guys, man. I like having fun with Chad and Kathleen. I like having fun with you. You know, it's been a good trip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, we work hard, during the day, but
Yeah.
you
We
know,
play hard
and
at night, man.
we play
Exactly.
They play-
You
they
just look
play
over,
hard at
all you
night.
see Thomas is going.
Yeah, they play hard at night.
Thomas was good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
we-
see that.
We
Yeah.
cleaned up till about 10 o'clock, and then by that time, it was time to go to bed for us.
Yeah, you're tired.
Hey,
Dick.
if you aren't stumbling with one eye open back to the hooch, you're not gonna have a good day the next day.
Shad
okay?
sprained his ankle, but
Yeah, I wonder why.
No, that was in the final day.
Oh,
Tripped
okay.
over a bear.
Talked about that.
He tripped over
Yeah,
a bear.
no. Yeah, he did that sober, guys. Sorry.
he did.
See, that's even worse.
He did fall down the hill with Ginger. I remember that.
Well, she needed severe help. It was the one night getting back.
Oh, really? Oh, darn. I should have stayed up a little few
Missed that,
nights.
Thomas.
No,
Yeah, I missed
that was
that.
a rough one. That night.
Well, that was a long walk to that hooch.
How
Well, I
far
believe
away
you,
is
because
it?
I don't
But
remember
here's
seeing it.
what's funny. Out of everything, she's just completely out of it, obviously, but she still remembered to brush her teeth before bed. I was cracking up.
Really?
I never
There we
forget
go.
to brush my teeth.
Now we do it with a piece of tree bark.
Hey, but we were up every morning. We
Yes,
did
you
not
were.
sleep in, missing,
No.
get out
I
there.
wouldn't
We
take
were ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep, they were. I don't
Yeah.
remember anybody being not making. There were a few people who were late, but not.
Yep.
They didn't. Everybody made it. Everybody was up the next morning ready to go.
Yep.
I'd
Yeah.
have been so tired because with big grizzly bears and stuff around, being like, I'll
Well,
sleep with this side.
we
but the other
had
one's gonna be
moose
watching.
by us too. We had
Oh yeah.
a mama moose and its babies,
Oh,
um,
that's even worse.
and it would lay down right against our
Right
hooch.
next to the
Oh,
hooch.
really?
Yep. The grass would be all matted down, and I would hear them at night, and I'm like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Just pee in a bottle, man. Just pee in
Hey,
a bottle.
Hey,
You got to give the moose credit, go, because if they know where to stay safe at, and there's a lot of human smell, if they lay beside you guys, nobody's coming into the camp. So the mom's like, "You stay here, we're gonna be good."
Yeah, but you got to think more people die from moose.
yeah,
Right.
Or bear.
I didn't
Yes.
say go outside.
And one
Kimber,
with
but
its
tell her
little
to get out
baby,
of
it can be territorial. So
there. Yeah. Well, I mean,
But yeah, it would be all gone in the morning, so it would just come by at night. So
if she's got a baby, don't do that. No.
do those hooches have hard plywood walls, or they just?
they got okay. Good question. We'll talk about the luxury
Yes,
accommodation.
the luxury accommodation. Yes.
Deep in the Alaskan bush, in the middle of nowhere. So let's put it in context. Yeah, they have they build it like basically a platform, and it's sitting up like on tree stumps basically. So it's
Right.
not on the ground, which is great.
Right.
So you got a nice plywood floor, very sturdy, and then
A heater.
they build a frame, 2x4 frame. So half the wall is plywood, and then the other half is like some really thick, heavy duty vinyl wrap, black, obviously to black out the sun. And then you got a nice screen door. Then you can drop down a shade, obviously, to make it completely black. As Kathleen said, you got the heater. You guys had a buddy heater, right?
Yep. We had
Yep.
a buddy here. Yep.
And then and you got little lights in there. Well, the little battery lights,
Right.
Yeah.
the lantern.
Now,
light.
what about like the bat? You got a bathroom in there, or you got to go to like?
Yeah, we got a bathroom in there.
You do
Yeah, we had a bathroom in there,
with the
Tim.
hot
Yeah,
tub.
Yeah.
Patio.
And no, there's no running water.
So you got to walk up the hill
Okay.
to use the outhouse, or
Yes.
depending where you're at, if you know,
can just go pee
you can just go
outside.
outside.
'cause You're in
Yep.
the woods.
All right.
Yes.
You're in Alaska.
We
yeah,
call that the bend and
Exactly.
swing motion.
yeah.
Well, you could have had a
Um,
compost toilet too.
But
so you don't
believe
need
it or
water.
not, there is hot showers. They have a shower
Yeah.
there with hot water.
Right. Yep.
And actually that also doubles as a sauna,
Yes, if you're cold.
which
you
I've
can
never
go.
used yet,
We
unfortunately.
have
Well,
never used it.
yeah, we used it, I think, the first year just to help dry our,
Our
wetsuits.
wetsuits.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Mhm.
Oh, yeah, because like I said, nothing ever dried. It rained the entire time.
Well, it really wasn't that bad temperature wise, though.
No,
because-
yeah, this trip was
No,
great.
it's really
Yeah.
nice.
The
Yeah.
mosquitoes were the worst they ever were, though,
Yeah.
for all our trips up there. They were horrible, unreal.
But my bug spray worked
It did until you ran out.
until I ran out.
So how was the meals?
Oh,
Meals were
good.
good. Meals were good.
She
Yeah.
tried new recipes this
Top of the
time. Oh
line
my
stuff.
gosh.
Yeah, 5 stars gourmet
He
dining.
even got
Hey.
a ribeye roast,
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
bone in.
Really?
hey,
Yeah.
Rich, think about this. Whenever you did any field duty and you came in, were you hungry?
Yeah.
Did you eat whatever was put there?
Oh yeah.
Then it was good. That's
Yeah.
you worked out. Think about it. You worked basically.
Yeah, but I
working.
seen some of them pictures, man. I'll tell you what.
Oh, she makes some good
Oh,
meals.
she made some good
Really?
meals.
Eating
Yes.
good.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
well
made some
now
really good
they
meals.
they pretty much got a full functioning kitchen.
Oh yeah,
right?
they
It's
redid
hysterical.
the kitchen.
So they got a bigger fridge now. They bought one of those damaged dent ones that
Mhm.
for on the cheap.
Right.
So they brought that out this year to replace the other one. They have the stove and oven, and then they got this year a big griddle to cook off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And of course
Well,
they
the
got a
fridge and
sink.
stuff. What do they use? Propane or do they use electric?
No, electric. So
Generator.
yeah, they have.
Well,
They have.
They have solar. They have a solar panel.
Yeah,
So
the
they have a big
solar.
battery bank, and then of
Mhm.
course, if they need to supplement power, if the batteries don't fully charge, they
Then
turn
they-
on a generator
Yep.
to run.
So you can charge your electronics and things like that at the
Cool.
kitchen.
Mhm.
We have a satellite phone.
Well,
So
texting.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Garmin
the
area.
satellite phone. Woo!
You can only text. They have one on at camp though too
For
if you
emergencies.
need it to
Yeah.
talk home.
Yeah,
because-
I had one of those too.
yeah.
It's-
I thought about buying one, but I didn't want another 6-inch dredge.
What?
Honestly, I like. Okay,
They're costly.
you
Oh, no.
pair it to your phone so that way it's easy
Right.
to message because if you do it during in the device it's horrible. But what's cool is for like a small fee a year, like $30 or so, that allows you to suspend service. So when we go to somewhere we know is completely off the grid, no cell
Mhm.
service, nothing, because obviously we got to keep contact with the kids and other
Right.
things. All I do is I go on the Garmin site, I reactivate or activate it for a month, pay the money, and I mean they have different plans. I go for the big one just in case, unlimited texting. So that's like $60. And then I just when we get back, I resuspend it so I never get billed again until we need it for another trip where it's just important. It's a great little tool that way.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah,
That's a hell of a lot cheaper than
regular
I was
sat
doing it.
phones. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
one, they're
yes, no.
expensive, and then the plans are just outrageous.
Yes.
So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
$300 a month.
Oh,
and
wait a
this
minute.
is
Casey
this
can
is
have-
like
Casey
sending a
don't go over
text
10
message.
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. You're not actually using a separate satellite phone. You're using your phone as a satellite.
So you have it. It's like I don't have it down here. I think it's still upstairs, but it's like a Garmin GPS.
Okay.
So it's small, right? But it's bright. Mine's bright orange, for
Okay.
visibility, of course. But it has the satellite communicator. When you subscribe to it, you're able to send messages. Now you can download the app.
I didn't realize there was 2 satellite phones.
Yeah.
I just thought there was that
No.
thing. Okay.
So you pair it with the app. So while you're out there, you
Mhm.
can be on airplane mode, so your battery on your cell phone doesn't drain.
Right.
And then you use the app, so it's just like a normal texting. Now it's not fast. I always have to tell the
Yeah.
kids, because they're all, in their 20s and 17 years old, and they don't think. They're like you'll send me a message. It may be 20 minutes before you finally get a ding back. Because it's slow. So it's funny to have a conversation. It's a very long pause, sometimes quicker than others. It really depends.
Yeah, it did because
So
I would not. I would send one in the evening before we go to bed, and I probably wouldn't get it the next morning because it just didn't come through.
Yeah.
Plus, you're dealing a 4-hour time difference. From
Yeah, exactly.
Alaska to the East Coast, Eastern time.
Right.
So,
well, that'd be good to have then. So it's not.
but yeah, they're great tool if you're doing if you're going out to places
Better
where there are
remote.
no cell service. I highly
That's
recommend.
it.
They have
I looked it up.
they have an SOS function
Mhm.
that boom, they'll send rescuers to you.
Okay.
Obviously. So
See, I was looking when I was looking at him. It was a lot for the phone, and then the plans were like $300 a month.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's
go
for
over
the
the
cell.
Satellite
That's the
phone.
top.
Right.
Yes.
This you cannot
Yeah.
talk on. It's strictly texting.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I bought mine used off of eBay. I think I paid $283 maybe. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
recall.
not bad at all.
I think they're around 400 new maybe. And they have even a smaller one now that's cheaper. The nice thing about the regular full-size one, it does double as a GPS, whether you are subscribed to a plan or not. And it's a colored screen, which is good to be able to see rather than like the standard black and white one where sometimes it's hard in the sunlight. But yeah, they're great tools. I highly recommend it if you really go off grid, because obviously if something happens.
I just, like I said, I looked at the ones like when you flip up the antenna, you look like a military guy asking for an airstrike.
Yeah, that's a sat phone. I'm going to tell you, sat stuff is expensive.
And the sat phones don't always work well. So
and just like texting, they're a pain to talk on. If you're so used to talking on the phone, if you don't understand that there's a delay, you get screwed up. Yes,
I can imagine. Yeah. But they are.
Yeah. So, but even if you don't even have that and you go up there, they obviously have that. Plus, they do have really primitive internet only for them. They're able to send an email or a Facebook message. That's about it. They're hoping to get Starlink. It's just becoming active out there, but there's where Camp's at is a bit, they have to wait a little bit longer. They're hoping to get on the list to maybe next year, if not definitely the following year, because then that'll open up more communications for guests to use.
You know what? I wish they wouldn't get it. I love being out of communication. I love being out of communication.
It's horrible when you get into toke afterwards because your phone hits cell service and it goes nuts.
It's so funny because the whole group will go into Fast Eddie's in Toke. It's a restaurant where you stop in for lunch. And then as soon as everybody gets service, everybody's phone just starts going off and everybody's just like, checking all their messages.
It is. Yeah.
It's like silent for a half hour.
For the longest time, everybody's always just talked. You just sit there and just have discussions. Cause guess what? There's no TV. There's no
you
phone
just talk
play
to
on.
each other. And
You're just
stuff,
hanging out.
Yep.
And as soon as you're back into society, everybody's just like,
I know. And it's sad too, because like the family that we were with, they have two kids and they're a great family. They do a great job raising their kids and they don't have cell phones, right? They're like normal kids.
Right.
And they were just sitting there like watching all the adults on their phones and they're like,
well, the daughter wanted to play a game. Finally.
She's like, can I borrow somebody's phone to play a game? I don't know what to do. Nobody's talking.
What's really funny is because just last week I was up there at our local watering hole that we have. You guys know where it's at. Well, you guys know where it's at. Anyway, I walk in and I get up to the bar and I look down and I'm seeing like everybody's got their phone in their hand. There's one old guy beside me. He's just going, he looked at me. He says, how's it going? I'm like, hey, you remember when you come into a bar to have a conversation? He goes, don't get me started. It was funny because like there's 14 guys. You just heard phones start dropping. I'm like, yeah, you remember when you come to a bar for some conversation? Yeah, no, that now they want to text a guy 3 seats from you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nowadays.
But I just like the old guy was like, he just looked forward and just said, don't get me started.
Yeah.
But it is a nice time just to get away from just everything.
Unplugging.
It took me a while to get to that moment.
It would take a little adjusting.
Now, I loved it.
Very healthy.
Thomas, did you take a metal detector down with you this time?
I did not. No. I mean, it really wasn't a point. Really, no point to it.
Right.
There's no goal big enough to work metal detecting for.
So it was.
If he's running a dredge, he has no time for metal detector.
Yeah. It's pretty fine gold. I mean, what plus 12 is about the biggest things. Yeah, but you're dredging for that, and that's you're not walking up on land finding it.
Right.
Plus, you got to think the tundra. Yeah, all that overburden.
True.
And you got permafrost, so you're not gonna. I mean,
I guess you could try and metal detect the bedrock.
Oh yeah,
that's out of the water. I guess you could do that, but yeah, I didn't see a need to even try.
For artifacts, you get a lot of mining junk, probably. Mining junk.
Yeah,
pull tabs,
bullets,
and lead.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, if you're metal detecting, okay, usually metal detectors they're going to walk quite a bit. You get off the beaten path and you're gonna find the old grizzly like, I'm hungry. Hell no.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I know you got guns and everything, but dude, they're not freaking small people. I don't know if you ever never been close to a grizzly or not, but
yeah,
they
there's
make you look like
animals
a
that want to
totem
eat you.
Yeah, they
up
do. They
there.
want to eat you. Yeah.
pole.
Well,
Shed's-
this
Shed's
time
6
though, he
Shed-
did, the grizzly did get a caribou.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we had to smell it for days.
They're
Oh,
freaking
really?
Huge.
Yeah, it was further down from you, so you
Yeah.
guys weren't up to look around the bend, so it's a long straightaway, and then a nice horseshoe around. Right before that horseshoe, that area is where he got it.
Better the caribou than us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it
like I
kept
said,
him
if
busy.
they
Yeah,
had
he
a
never
kill-
came around.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they have a kill, stay away from that goddamn thing.
Yeah, because I think the wind was blowing downstream anyway. I don't think
Oh,
the
yeah.
wind ever blew upstream while we were there. So
Yeah,
It's a good thing.
it stunk.
Well, they never go too far from it.
No,
200 yards, 300, and they lay down.
yeah, it was probably almost, I would say, the midpoint between where Thomas was and where we were.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, where was Jim in relation? I mean, where was Jimbo in relationship?
They
to
were
you guys?
right by
at
us.
the caribou.
No. He, no.
Nugget patch?
Oh, the nugget patch.
He was
Yeah.
at the nugget
So
patch.
he was on the other side. Of the
Oh, okay,
river,
gotcha.
opposite. So
Mhm.
it was actually, if you're looking downstream on the left side of the bank. So, but yeah, it was down a little bit farther from him across, but he was still relatively close, but on the
Okay.
other side. So.
Like the 10-inch was
the 10-inch was
closest.
by us when
Yeah.
they were up there. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying Jimbo talked himself into a good spot.
Jimbo went where Jimbo was told.
Right. Yeah.
Jimbo was working.
We work for the man, so we
Okay.
dredge where they say dredge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. I mean,
But yeah, they were in the nugget patch. So last year, Brian Wilder, that's where they found so I think it was over 6 gram nugget.
Okay.
But yeah, they don't find too much fine gold. A lot of bigger gold, and it's a really darker, grimy, dirty gold that they
More-
find there.
Yeah, more minerals in it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're kind of thinking, see what the old timers did when they lived in the town of Franklin. During the winter months, they would burn fires and dig basically tunnels into the tundra.
Yeah.
And they would just dig and make a huge pile of dirt. Basically, that's all they would do is haul out and dump dirt in a massive pile. So they were basically going underground in the tundra. And then springtime was when they had the huge sluices built, and they would just run material and hunt and get ready for winter.
You know what's really cool about that? Because they would have like freaking, however you set out the wood, you would have perfect freaking tunnels. And they're all frozen. There's no chance of collapsing.
Yeah. So
Man, I wish you would have been able to see Franklin, Thomas.
because
while
you
were
see
there. It
you
was
see the
kinda cool.
depressions. It's all like obviously filled in. I mean, but it's massive depression.
Oh, yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
would just throw wood and just burn a
You
massive
can
hole
see,
and then
like,
tunnel from there.
The old ghost town, the mining town of like where they stayed during the winter, like the furnaces, like how you could see like where they heated up the
Mhm.
Yeah, big boilers.
the area where they would dig for gold during the winter.
Yeah.
cool.
It's kind of cool.
Wouldn't that be just cool though? That whatever kind of fire you like, whatever size hole, it would just go. It'll tunnel for you.
Yeah. It was cool. I mean, so that tells you they didn't play much in the river back then. They were focused on the gold under the
They
tunnel.
probably didn't have
Right, on the
wetsuits.
land.
Well, that
So-
too, but if you really look at that whole area, so we've talked about it before, where all the hills, aka mini mountains,
Right.
all flat at the top.
Mhm.
So the river used to be really deep and huge, and as it's eroded down, so then you have where the river snake through, and there's some huge, giant benches. It's so flat and low. It's like, man, I'd love to take an excavator through there
And just dig
process
through there.
all that.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much what they did. They worked those flat, giant benches that are all overgrown tundra now, and that's what they mined. And it's just crazy. Now they did in some areas upstream from where Gold Fever is they actually had bucket line dredges.
Oh yeah, I heard you talking about that. Yeah.
That would be
40 miles.
freaking cool.
Yeah, there's I think 2 spots where you can see the remnants of one. I guess Matt was saying the one year they brought all the parts out. And it's like, man, these are some tough SOBs back then. So they would haul all these parts, metal, you name it, whatever's needed, and build the dredge out there. And I guess the one year they left it in the river, which that river freezes all the way down. Well, guess what happens in the break? It destroyed it. And they ran, I guess he said the first year they barely got to run it because it was too late in the season because of bad weather. So then the next year they bring more stuff out, salvage stuff, and build another one. They're able to run it for most of that season. This time they tried to pull it up a little bit. Well, I guess it caught fire, and it's just you see like remnants of it in part of in the water still. But yeah, it's crazy. But it's like God, when you especially in Franklin, you see the stuff that's left there. It's like, how, I mean, it blows my mind all the time, even Arizona in the middle of nowhere, how it's like, wow, they hauled this pieces. And especially back then, I mean, they would float it, I guess, down river as best they could.
Well, I mean, that was it. Yeah, that was just those guys back then, you know.
Yeah.
When you went to Nome, you see all this crap there, you know, there's no way to get it there either but by boat. And then you had to drag it to wherever it is you wanted to take it. And I was like, man, these guys were just something.
Sure. They're manly, man.
But there you have it.
Yep.
That's the Great Alaska Trip with Thomas.
Well, we appreciate it.
It's so much fun.
It was fun. It was really fun.
I'm not gonna say
enjoyed
it's from the horse's mouth, but he was pretty close to smell the breath. That's what I'm getting at. I'm just saying.
Very cool. Yeah, Thomas, thanks for coming on and
not a problem.
Just remember, out here in gold prospector space, don't believe these guys until you actually see their videos or their gold. Gold miners are liars.
Well, what? We found thousands of ounces. You don't want to believe that?
Dude, you want to hurt
we're still waiting on yours, so don't.
I have posted pictures
between me and the Buffaloes. We had thousands of ounces.
Yeah.
Well,
Lisa's always got a thing.
We put our gold into our IRA accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lisa's always got a thing. She says if a gold miner says they found an ounce, cut that in half, take a gram off. That's what they found.
Oh, see, we're honest. You'll see the video.
Yeah. I've got, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I've got it posted on there.
No, we don't do the Twitter.
Or on Instagram.
We have one,
sorry.
but we don't understand.
I'm on the Instagram, not
Instagram,
Twitter.
Not the
Sorry.
Twitter. Not the Twitter.
The Insta.
Oh, really?
Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. And
don't forget about the site fundraiser.
That's right. And
right, you guys.
We're out of here.
Gold. You can't miss it. Remember, share with your friends. The more we get in, the more it's going to be good. The more it benefits us. We can keep on going. Don't disappoint us.
Scott will give some nitrogen away too.
I don't know. Scott almost sounds like a politician. I don't know. Is it so this going in his pocket?
I think Scott's going to win a date with Manny auction too.
Yeah, I got a date with the whole family every night, buddy.
Dinner with Manny.
It was so funny because I actually had a friend walk in like last night. He's like, what? I'm like, I thought there was like 3 people standing over there. I'm like, they're fishing. He's like, what the hell's those for? I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm not even going to say it.
Story.
You just told him it was your extended family.
That's right.
Pretty much.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We're out of here. We'll see you.
Night, everyone.
All right, guys. Night, guys.
Good night, Gold Digger.
We want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and be sure to join us every Wednesday night right here on Prospectors Radio for our West Coast Wednesday show at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for listening.
Chicken 11.